I wish to share with the international community, the ones who speak English, about what happened in Cali. It was in the outside part of Cali, going to Palmira. This was like in a station of petrol, something like the petrol station. Suddenly came a man with a strange dress like this, walking, and then he asked for some water to drink, and then the police people around there taking care for the place told him that okay, they shared some water for him. He said he was coming from Cali, and he was very peaceful and very calm, and they feel so much peace near him. And then he said, there is any river around here to have a shower? They say, no need a river here, just in the backside there is a place where you can have just a bath, a fast bath. And then he didn't take too long. He went and he has his bath, and then he came back, and then there was this place here, and next to under the tree there was an image of the Virgin Mary. He came and he placed it can be like a little skirt, little, how to call it, little scarf, something like that. He placed it on to sit down on it. It was, they say it was like a dark purple. And then he sat and he prayed in a language that they could not understand, the language that he was speaking. He raised his hands to the heaven, and he was so peaceful. So people say he was crying. So people say he was just so peaceful. The police people just watched at him, how he prayed some few minutes, and then he just left. And the person who took the photo shared this photo with us, and it's now viral for all the people in Spanish, but I don't see the video in English. So I just decided I'm going to make this video myself and to share to the people in English, because now the message is in Spanish but not in English. Then he prayed, and he said he was going to Venezuela, that they need him so much in Venezuela. He said like this, and he just left Cali. So I do believe it's him, because I was living 5 years in India. I was having many experiences with him, dreams, visions, and I came to India to walk India from monastery, from ashram to ashram for 5 years. Later I came to Thailand. 5 years I was in Thailand too, and now I am here in Singapore. And I do remember I read in 2000 a book in Andorra that a British lady told me about some prophet in England who wrote something about this crisis was going to come first in Argentina and later in Venezuela and in Colombia, in Latin America, and then to all over the world. And this crisis was just only an invitation to have a simple life, to have a life more in community, a life that we could consider, for example, not to warming so much the planet with so much electricity, so much individualistic life, but to share more like communal kitchen, communal buses, communal transportation. We just walk. See, the Lord He just walking. He just walking the world, like the Buddhas doing in Thailand también, that they walk. This is the time for them to walk. So the man in the book say that in Argentina during that crisis, Jesus was going to appear a lot, and because He is already here in the earth walking with us. So the more crisis is there, they will see Him. So I'm happy that the people already saw Him in Cali, and He's leaving Cali and He's going to Venezuela. And I trust and believe that now we will have peace. That now could be worse what could happen to Cali or could happen to Colombia. But now I do believe he already left in much peace, because it's over. His duty, his work that he needed to have with Cali just is over, and he's going to Venezuela. And then we should just follow his steps, of a simple life, to walk. And always visualize that when we are taking a lot of petrol, we are the earth is sacred. The earth is sacred. If it's necessary you take the car out, the car should be filled with all the people, not just only one person in a car, and then so many cars on the streets and only one person in the car. Just think in the Mother Earth. Think that we are really unnecessarily hurting so much the planet Earth. We could walk, or we need to get a transportation. The transportation should be common, no? And then I hope too that this is not going to happen all over the world. But the prophet in the England, he said all over the world will experience this crisis. That you have money in the bank, and suddenly you are not anymore the owner of this money. This money will be for the government, and the government is going to divide it and to control it and to say who, meaning just to, like it's happening in Venezuela. So we just prepare ourselves for the things could be perhaps better, perhaps easier. And we're just happy to know that all those crises, and we have the Lord to work with us for all the world, because He's the Buddha that the people is waiting. He's the Shiva that the Hindus are waiting. He is the Jesus.